Okay, so today was a pretty random day so far. I slept in, and then my husband called me from work and wondered if me and Kiana wanted to go on a delivery with him. So he stopped in and picked us up, and three of us went on a quick delivery. Then after we got back, I warmed us up some leftover lasagna from last night, which was delicious. And then I worked on scrapbooking for a little while. I'm finally getting around to putting my wedding scrapbook together, and it is taking me a long time. Scrapbooking honestly kind of feels like a lot of work, but it's also so much fun trying to be creative and making it cute and whatnot. And then it decided that it's gonna start snowing. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it is snowing outside right now. And it is March, which I guess that's not crazy for our area for it to snow in March, but we've just had a really weird winter. Okay everyone, so today I'm gonna be showing you everything that I have in my diaper bag. I'm 5 months postpartum, and I feel like I've finally got this nailed down to what I actually use and need. Obviously, that's going to be different for every mom. Yeah, I feel like I've got it kind of figured out, kind of minimalistic. I also will use this as a purse. I don't like having to take a purse and a diaper bag. I'd much rather take a bigger bag. So that is why this bag is perfect. I remember I loved watching what's in my diaper bag videos when I was pregnant, so hoping that this can find some pregnant ladies maybe. But we're just gonna go through and see what all I've got in here. I'm gonna empty it all the way out, and then I'm just gonna go through and repack it with you and show you what all is inside. Okay, so for the actual diaper bag, this is the brand Momor. I just got it off of Amazon. It was really affordable. I'll look up the price and have it put on the screen. But I really like this diaper bag. It's very functional, I feel like. So there's a front pocket here with a little magnetic clip, which is nice for really easy access stuff. And then there's this pocket here, which has a couple other small pockets to put small items. And then there's this other pocket right here, which is also very handy. I love having a bunch of pockets and compartments. I feel like it just makes organizing so much easier. On the sides, both sides, there is a nice size pocket, which you can fit a water bottle or a phone or really anything in. This side has a slot right here, which it's supposed to be able to fit baby wipes in. This is my only complaint though with this diaper bag, is putting wipes in here actually does not work for most wipes I've discovered. So it actually doesn't really work as a wipe dispenser, which is really frustrating. But I just use it as a normal pocket as long as it's something big enough that won't fall out of this hole, which I should just sew this up, honestly. And this diaper bag came with a changing mat in it, which is awesome. I love that. And then inside there is a bunch of more pockets. So there's two small pockets right here. There's a huge space here, which I fit all my bigger items. And then on either side, on the inside, there is an insulated pocket here and over here. And then at the back, there is one big pocket. Yeah, I feel like this is a very roomy diaper bag, which is why I love it. And it's a backpack as well, which is really functional for me with going to the grocery store and such. So first thing I'm going to put in is that little changing mat that came with the diaper bag. These are really handy for like bathroom stalls at grocery stores or wherever you go shopping, so you don't have to put your baby on what could potentially be a gross mess. So that's what I like to have the lawn for. Or if you're changing your baby in the car too, that's handy in case they decide they're gonna pee or poop on you while you're changing their diaper. Another thing that is really functional, I like to have one of these wet dry bags. These are so handy. You could obviously just use like a grocery sack and tie soiled clothes or diapers in, but I find this really nice because you can reuse it for one, and you just throw in any poopy clothes or whatnot into here. And then I often use the front pocket for any used diapers that if I don't have access to a trash can, I can just throw them there, throw this in the diaper bag, worry about it when I get home, and that way I'm not getting anything else messy. Another thing that I like to put in is a swaddle blanket. These are so compact and handy. I oftentimes will just use these as burp cloths as well, and then you don't even need to bother with burp cloths. And I oftentimes do just have one burp cloth on hand. I like to slip that into this front pocket so it's easy to grab if she does have a little spit up. Always have one change of clothes at least. It seems like babies make messes, obviously, at the most inconvenient times, and you don't want to be stuck with a poop covered baby in your car. You want to be able to change them if something happens. I also like to keep a drool bib in the diaper bag because little Missy is starting to teeth already and she is drooling a whole lot lately. Another thing I like to have on hand in there is some pacifier wipes. This is nice if a pacifier lands on the ground and I want to quickly clean it and I don't want to have to go find a sink or a bathroom to do so. These are just really handy and nice to have in your diaper bag, but I wouldn't say they're a necessity, but they're just very much a convenience thing. Okay, and then I've got this pacifier case which I clip onto the handle of the bag. This is by the brand Moonkey, and honestly this thing's so cute. I love this thing. I just stuff all of her pacifiers in. I like to have clips on them for the ones that I use on the go. I like to keep a travel size hand sanitizer. This is really nice after the store. And I've got a little mini Aquaphor that I use as a diaper balm if I need to. Also, I have some chapstick I like to throw in the front pocket, and also a little lotion for myself. Like I said, I use this as my purse as well, so. Okay, and I like to have a couple little toys added in. This cute little teething ring, she loves this thing, and also her little bunny that rattles, and it also has a little teething ring on it, which is nice. I'm also going to throw in a little kid's book. This is nice when we go to church and stuff to just have a book on hand that we can flip through with her. Okay, and for myself, I like to always have a granola bar or something on hand if I'm caught really hungry. I'm a nursing mom, so I get very hungry easily, and I feel like I always need to have something on hand. Another thing I like to have on hand for myself is a few changes of some nursing pads. And I also like to throw in my wallet. Last but most importantly, I've got some diapers and wipes. This is a cute little bag that I like to throw them into. That way diapers and wipes are staying together and I can just quickly grab this out of the bag when I want to change her. This is just from Gerber. Okay, so that is all of the main things that I always keep in here, but there are a few other things that I oftentimes will throw in depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing. So I'm going to show those things as well. Okay, something that I sometimes will bring is a bottle. Sometimes I'll pump right before I leave somewhere, and then I can have just the bottle on, but I also sometimes will bring my little handheld pump here. So yeah, these are not always in my bag, but I put them in quite often. And then along with that, I pack in some breast pump wipes. That way I can just quickly clean it up if I don't have access to a sink or something. Okay, another thing that I sometimes add in is my Solly baby wrap. This wrap is so compact and easy to just throw in, and it's really nice for carrying her at the grocery store and stuff. So this is definitely something that makes its way into the diaper bag quite often. Alright everyone, so that is all that I have in my diaper bag right now. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you give it a like and that you go ahead and subscribe so that you can follow along for more motherhood and homemaking content.